One of the world's largest container ships has turned sideways and blocked all traffic in Egypt's Suez Canal, threatening to disrupt a global shipping system already strained by the coronavirus pandemic. Tugboats are trying to free the MV Ever Given, which sails under the flag of Panama. It was carrying cargo between Asia and Europe when it ran aground in the narrow waterway. It wasn't immediately clear what caused the Ever Given to turn sideways. Several tugboats have been trying to free the ship and open up the canal, where 12% of world trade passes through. A short while ago, I spoke to Lars Greiner, an associate partner at Hamburg Port Consultancy, a maritime advisory firm, and asked him just how much of a hit to global trade the Ever Given Suez Canal incident represents.
It's the major trading route, especially between Europe and Asia. This is the key lifeline. It's where 80% of the containerized cargo moving between the two areas is. It's very, very important, and it couldn't have come at a worse time. COVID's had a major effect on shipping, like everything else. We've got major disruption in container flows around the world. In some ports, we've got major deficits of containers. You can't get the containers. In other places, containers are piling up because they just can't get them out of the port fast enough because of COVID. So this is just going to add to that. It really couldn't come at a worse time for us.
Right, definitely already a troubled time for the shipping industry. But say you are a ship and you're blocked from your planned path by the Ever Given. What do you do?
Well, I think it's something you need to look at and react very quickly to. The cause of it is obviously the high winds at this time of year in the area. I haven't seen a weather forecast, but the first thing I would do would be looking at a weather forecast and seeing if those winds are going to continue. Time is of the urgency now because those winds are going to continue to push the vessel more and more horizontal. We need to get tugs there as quick as possible to try and start pulling her off, try straightening her up. I believe they're looking at, if they can't do it quickly, bringing in dredgers to start dredging the sand around, everything to try and get her off. You're fighting against nature at the moment. With the position she's in, the streamings the streamings of the water in the canal will be pushing her more and more horizontal. That together with the wind. You have to remember that these vessels are essentially big wind catchers because they're so big and so square. The wind catches them very hard. And as long as that wind's blowing, it's going to be a very big mission to try and pull her off.
Looking at a bit later into the chain, which industries do you think would be most affected by delayed container ships?
I think you'll find that most industries will be affected for it. I wouldn't necessarily say to rush out and go and stock up of products in your supermarket. But if you look at the trade between Europe and Asia, it is a major lifeline. So many of our products come from there. Everything from hardware to furniture to vehicles. And there'll be a little bit of everything on board. So it's just generally going to delay the delivery of things to manufacturers and to the end client. It depends very, very heavily on how long they take to get her off. But you have to remember at the moment you've got 50 ships a day stacking up behind her, and looking at on the charts a short while ago, you can already see ships starting to pull up there. So it's going to cause congestion at a lot of ports coming in the next couple of weeks, which will just have a flow down impact on general goods.
Thank you very much, Lars Greiner. He's an associate partner at Hamburg Port Consulting. Thank you very much for your insights today.